Class 12 Python Revision Tool 1. In this chapter we are going to do tokens, backbones of Python, variables and assignment, input and output, data types, mutable and immutable types, expression, flow of control and jump statement. Introduction. Python was created by Kyoto van Rossum. The language was released in February 1991. Python got its name from a BBC comedy series from 70s, Monty Python's Flying Circus. Python can be used to follow both procedural approach and object-oriented approach of programming. It is free to use. Python is based on or influenced with two programming languages. One is the ABC language, that is replacement of BASIC, and the next one is Modula 3. Features which make Python so popular: easy to use because it is object-oriented programming language, expressive language, interpreted language, its completeness, cross-platform language, free and open source, variety of usage and applications. Limitations of Python: not the fastest language, lesser libraries than C, Java and Perl, not strong on typing binding, not easily convertible. Not the tokens. The smallest individual unit in a program is known as token. So here in the figure you can see in the comment I have written hashtag simple Python program. Then I have written for. Then for I in range 1, 10. Then colon I have given. Then in the for loop it is running if I mod 2 not equal to 0, then print I. Now here the for, in, if, these are keywords. Now the identifier is the variable name, that is the I is the identifier. Now the literals, the numbers which we are using 1, 10, 0, these are the literals. Here the operators we are using, the mod operator, the equal to operator, and the punctuator we are using the colon. Keywords. Keywords are the reserved words and have special meaning for Python interpreter. Every keyword is assigned specific work and it can be used only for that particular purpose. A partial list of keywords in Python is, here you can see and, while, or, if, except, finally, for, del, as, with, pass, import, in, is, lambda, from, elif, assert, yield, print, raise, return, try, not, global, else, break, class, continue, and the define. Identifiers are the names given to the different parts of the program, like the variables, the objects, classes, functions, etc. Now what are the rules for naming an identifier? That the first character must be letter or underscore. Upper and lower case are different. The digits 0 to 9 are allowed except for the first character. It must not be a keyword. No special characters are allowed other than underscore is allowed only. Space not allowed. The following are the some of the valid identifiers. Here you can see all the valid identifiers. All the names of the identifiers are starting with the alphabets or underscore, and some identifiers which are invalid. Here you can see if it is a keyword, that's why it is invalid. Here between grade and pay hyphen is given, invalid. It is beginning for number, invalid. Roll number dot is given, invalid. Here it is beginning from dollar sign, invalid. Here roll number is given, space is given between that is invalid. Literals values. Literals are data items that have a fixed value. Python supports several kinds of literals: the string literals, numerical literals, Boolean literals, special literals, and the literals collections. And the string literals, it is a collection of characters enclosed in a double or single quotes. It can be either single line strings or multi-line strings. Single line strings must terminate in one line, that is the closing quote should be on the same line as that of the opening quotes. Here the example you can see. So both single line and multiple line should be within the quotes. Multi-line strings. To store multi-line string, Python provides two ways: by adding a backslash at the end of the normal single or double quoted string. Here you can see the examples. Both examples are giving. And by typing text in triple quotation marks. Here the triple quotation marks you can see. List of escape characters sequence. Here you can see escape sequence, double slash is given the backslash, carriage return, single quotes, /t is the horizontal tab, /r was the carriage return, slash close inverted comma is double quotes, /a scbel, /b backspace, /n new line. And here the rest are given: hexadecimal, vertical tab, octal value. Size of string. Python determines the size of the string as the count of characters in the string. For example, size of the string xyz is 3 and of welcome is, here you can see the number of characters 7. But if your string literal has an escape sequence contained in it, then make sure to count the escape sequence as one particular character. So here you can see the examples. Now you can check this size using the len function of Python. For example, len of ABC will be given as 3. Numeric literals. The numeric literals in Python can belong to any of the following numerical types. Integer literals, it contain at least one digit and must not contain decimal point. It may contain plus or minus sign. Types of integer literals are the decimal 1, 2, 3, 4, minus 50, plus 100. Octal, it starts from the symbol 0, 0 followed by the letter O. Also you can write, for example, 0010 represent decimal number as 8. So if 0010 we are giving the print num, in the decimal number it will come 8. Hexadecimal number, it starts from 0x0 followed by the letter x. If we are writing num equal to 0xf, then the f value in hexadecimals is the f and the decimal value of f is 15. If we are writing 0xabc, then it will be 2748. Here it is O for octal and X for hexadecimal. Numeric literals. Floating point literals, also known as real literals. Real literals are numbers having fractional parts. It is represented in two forms, fractional form or exponent form. Fractional form, it is signed or unsigned with decimal point. For example, 12.0 minus 15.86, like this it will be the rest are given. Exponent part, it consists of two parts, matinza and exponent. For example, 10.5 can be represented as 0.105 into 10 to the power 2 equal to 0.105 E02, where 0.105 is the matinza and 0.2 after the letter E is exponent. Complex number literals. Complex number in Python is made up of two floatings. Here you can see the example. Boolean literals. A Boolean literals in Python is used to represent one of the two Boolean values, that is the true or false. These are the only two values supported for Boolean literals. For example, is married is equal to true, type is married. Special literals. Python has one special literal which is none. It indicates absence of value. In other languages, it is known as null. It is also used to indicate the end of list in Python. Salary is equal to none. Type salary, then it is none. It will not display anything. Operators. Operators are the symbol that perform specific operations when applied on variables. Take a look at the expressions. Operator, you can see the plus is the operator symbol and 10 and 25 are the operands. Above statement is an expression combination of operator and operands. Operator operates on operand. Some operator requires two operand and some requires only one operand to operate. Operators. Operators can be, here you can see arithmetic operators, plus, minus, multiply, division, mod, double asterisk is given, double slash is given. Relational operators, 6 types: greater than, less than, greater than, equal to, less than, equal to, equal to, not equal to, logical operator, and or not, identity, is not, assignment of operator, equal to, membership, in, not in, arithmetic assignment, plus, equal to, minus, equal to, multiply, equal to, and the rest is given there, and the bitwise operator. Punctuators. Punctuators are the symbols that are used in programming languages to organize sentence structure and indicate the rhythm and emphasis of expressions, statements, and program structure. Common punctuators are, here you can see the examples are given there. Tables of the Python program. Here you can see it means basic structure of the Python program. Takes a look of the following code. This program shows a program's component. Now here you can see define cu, print this is my function. Here after the hashtag the two lines are written, that are the comments, and then define cu, that is the function, the method name. Then in the main program it is written a equal to 10, b is equal to a plus 20, c is equal to a plus b. If c is greater than equal to 100, print value is equal or more than 100, else print value is less than 100. Then cu is called. Now here you can see the statements a, b, c. These are the statements. The expressions, here you can see it is given c is greater than equal to 100, a plus b, a plus 20. These are the expressions. If you want to insert comment more. After the hashtag you can write after the command, so that is known as the inline comment. Here indentation automatically it will move whenever you are giving if and then you are pressing enter key, it will move to the indentation right side. Then after the if, the commands which you are writing, that will be in the block of statements. Then here you can see cu open bracket close bracket I have written, and that particular method is called, in which it will display this is my function. Variables. Variables are named temporary location used to store values which can be further used in calculation, printing result, etc. Every variable must have its own identity, type and value. A variable in Python is created by simply assigning value of desired type to them. For example, num is equal to 100, name equal to James. Variables. Note, Python variables are not storage containers like other programming languages. Let us analyze by example. In C++, if we declare a variable radius is equal to here 100. Suppose memory address is 41260. Now we again assign new value to radius, that will be 500. Now the memory address will be still same, only value will be changed. Now let us take example of Python. Radius is equal to 100, memory address is 3568. Again we have initialized radius is equal to 700, memory address is 8546. Now you can see that in Python, each time you assign new value to a variable, it will not use the same memory address, and new memory will be assigned to a variable. In Python, the location they refer to changes every time the value change. Whenever the value will be changed, the address will be also changed. Dynamic typing. In Python, a variable declared as numeric type can be further used to store string type or another. Dynamic typing means a variable pointing to a value of certain type can be made to point to value object of different type. Here x is equal to 100 and print x, whenever we are doing print x, 100 will be displayed. Here x is equal to kvoef, print x, so it will now display the string value, that is the kvoef. When I have done int 100, it was storing 100. Now after x is storing different value, so that's why it will display not 100, it will display kvoef. Now what is the problem with the dynamic typing? Always ensure correct operation during dynamic typing. If types are not used correctly, Python may raise an error. Here you can see x is equal to 100, y is equal to 0, y is equal to x divided by 2. Print y, that is correct, okay. But when you are doing x is equal to exam, y is equal to x divided by 2, here the error will be there. Why? Because x is storing a string value, and with the string value we cannot divide. So error, you cannot divide string. Static type versus dynamic typing. Dynamic typing is different from static typing. In static typing, a data type is attached with a variable when it is defined first and it is fixed. That is, data type of variable cannot be changed in static typing, whereas there is no such restrictions in dynamic typing, which is supported by Python. Multiple assignments. Python is very versatile with assignments. Let's see in how different ways we can assign a value. Assigning same value to multiple variable, a equal to b equal to c is equal to 50. So ABC is equal to 50. A is also 50, B is also 50, C is also 50. Assigning multiple values to multiple variable. Here A is comma B comma C equal to 11 comma 22 comma 33 means A equal to 11, B is equal to 22 and C is equal to 33. Here you can see the example x y z x comma y comma z equal to 10 comma 20 comma 30 z comma y comma x equal to x plus 1 z plus 10 y minus 10. Now print x y z. Now output will be 10, 40 and 11. Now how it becomes 10, 40 and 11. Now in the Z there was 30. Okay. Now here in the statement 2 you can see Z value is x plus 1. So x is how much? 10 and 10 plus 1 11. So when we are printing x y z, so z value 11 at the end here you can see it is printing. Now y is equal to z plus 10. Z is how much? 30 and 30 plus 10 how much? 40. So y value becomes 40 in the second. Now and the last one x is equal to y minus 10. Y is 20. 20 minus 10 10. So x value 10 displays. So 10 40 11. Now guess the output of the following code fragment. X comma y equal to 7 comma 9. Y comma z equal to x minus 2 comma x plus 10. Print x, y and z. Let us take another example. Y comma y equal to 10 comma 20. In the above curve, first it will assign 10 and then in the y will assign 20. So if we print the value of y, it will print 20. Why? At the end, the last, what we have assigned to y? 20. So that's why the 20 will be executed. Now guess the output of the following code. X comma x equal to 100 comma 200. Y comma y equal to x plus 100 comma x plus 200. Print x comma y. Simple input and output. In Python, we can take input from user using the built-in functions input, syntax, variable, input, then the message which we want to display. Marks equal to input, enter your marks. Your marks will be, you have entered 100. Type marks. Here you can see even we are entering value 100, but it will be treated as string and will not allow any arithmetic operations. Why? Because here we have written input, and if we want to take as an integer type, we have to write int open bracket input, then enter your marks. Simple input and output. Salary equal to input, enter your salary. Here the salary will be treated as string literal. Bonus is equal to salary into 20 divided by 100. So error will be there because here the salary which we have given, that is the string literal, and and with the string literal we cannot do any arithmetic operations. Reading input of numbers. Now we are aware that input function value will always be of string type, but what to do if we want numbers to be entered? The solution to this problem is to convert values of input to numeric type using int or float functions. So to enter the number, age is equal to int, input, enter your age. So here the variable will be integer type, age. Salary equal to float, input, enter salary. Here the variable salary will be float type. Output through print. Python allows to display output using print, syntax, object, then the string or end string. Now example, here you can see print welcome, print 100, age is equal to 20, so print your age is the variable name. Example, r is equal to int input enter radius print area of a circle, that is 3.14 into r. It will display the result. Example 5, print Amar, Akbar, Anthony. So it will display Amar, Akbar, Anthony. And print 6, example 6, print Amar, Akbar, Anthony, and the separation is done by the double asterisk. So Amar double asterisk, Akbar double asterisk, Anthony. Output through print. By default, each print statement appends a new line character after the printed value. The default value of end parameter is /n. Print learning Python, print developed by Guido van Rossum. Output learning Python, and then in the next line developed by Guido van Rossum. Output through print. We can change the value of n to any other value. Example, print learning Python end. Here the smiley face is given, and then the print developed by Guido van Rossum. Output learning Python, then the smiley face, and developed by Guido van Rossum. So open a new script file and type the following code. num1 is equal to int input enter number 1, num2 int input enter number 2, num3 is equal to num1 plus num2, and the print result num3. So addition of num1 and num2 will be displayed. Let us try these few programs. We have to calculate perimeter of rectangle. We have to enter radius and calculate area of a circle. We have to enter name, marks of 5 subject, and calculate total and percentage of student. We have to enter distance in feet and convert it into inches. We have to enter value of temperature in Fahrenheit and convert it into Celsius. We have to enter radius and height of cylinder and calculate volume of cylinder. Bye bye.